trying to listen to John's show the other day. I couldn't handle it.
What is his problem?
I don't know. He has a radio show on after mine here in New York. I don't know what he does. He's on the air yelling at the listeners on the phone and calling them rat bastards, and it's kind of like.
In fact, I've heard the show a lot lately.
Yeah, me too.
And he seems to just curse, and he thinks that's comedy.
Yeah, I know. He's cursing every minute. He's like goddamn rat bastards and
the F word all the time being bleeped.
Yeah. He goes, "Hey, stop," and it'll beep. I don't know what he's doing. But it's kind of, I think, supposed to be like me, like when I yell at a listener, but he does it. He seems to get pissed off at him for no reason. He seems to just want to provoke them.
See, it's always funnier to me when the audience is yelling at John. They usually are making a point.
Yeah. No, but it was like, and this one guy was like, "Hey, John, man, lighten up." And John was just like, your and he started screaming at him, "Your mother is a whore or something."
What?
I don't know. You got to listen to it.
I heard him the other day, and he had this guy on, and the guy called in. I think he won some kind of a contest. He runs a contest.
Fiona Apple contest.
And so John said, "Sir, I really can't hear you. Could you speak up?" So the guy talks louder. He says, No, I still can't hear you. Are you on a cell phone? And the guy says, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, could you, maybe if you speak in a lower voice, I'll be able to hear." So the guy speaks lower and deepening his voice and deepening. And John thought that was really funny. He's just playing with the guy. And then he says, "Now, sir, would you write me a check for $5,000? Seems like you'll do anything."
Oh, I see. A little punchline.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
That was a long way for me to go for no laugh at all.
I don't know. He yells at a lot of the callers, though. But he yells for no reason and starts screaming dirty words at them. Like bastard. He uses bastard a lot.
Well, he doesn't know any other words.
Yeah.
I don't think.
What's going on in your show, man? I mean, I'm trying to hear some music.
Well,
no offense.
Howard, I talked for 2 minutes.
I know. It just seems so long, though.
Because it's me. You don't like me, so you don't.
No, I like you. You're a good guy. I don't understand why. It sounds like you're trying to sort of be like this mean. Like
no,
I think you're trying to take a certain element of what I do.
No, that's not true.
No offense.
It's so hard to do anything that's not going to be what you do. So but I really don't consciously try and do what you do.
No, I'm not. Believe me, you're not doing what I do.
I'm saying I don't consciously say, let me.
Why can't you just kind of get on and then play the music?
And why do you always wind up yelling at people?
Why do you have to say
No, a guy called me up and called me a schmuck, a stuttering schmuck a few times. So then I defended myself like any normal human being would do. I mean, if you know.
It just was like a lot of like, "Hey, you rap," and the guy was obviously kidding with you. That's the one you're talking about. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what. I didn't know he was kidding until the end.
Oh, come on. The guy was obviously just kidding around with you. You could have lightened up.
Yeah, but then I was kidding with him. It wasn't serious.
Oh, really? It just was.
At first, I thought he was. When he was calling me a schmuck, I got pissed off.
John has his bits and calls on tape. I should play some of them.
Yeah, I mean, you really should get them.
I got to get the one where he was yelling at this guy. Do you have that on tape? Let me.
I don't personally have them. I can see if I have them.
It says here on my computer, John has his bits and calls on tape.
Yeah, they're on cassette, but I bring them home every day.
You air check this?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know, man. It's just
because you really ought to run through a few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're amazing.
Yeah, why don't you bring your tapes in? We want to run through some of your bits. I want to critique it. No, I just said like I'm at the gym and I'm trying to exercise, and then you come on.
Because what I do is I listen and I hear beep, beep. I go, "Oh, John's doing another bit."
Right.
Beep. That's all you hear. Beep.
What are you trying to do? You trying to beep out the F word?
Yeah, I bleep out some of the F words.
I did that for a while.
Yeah, see, I don't know that. I mean, you
didn't know that?
I mean, how would I know? I
kind of grew tired of it.
I'm sure I will after a while.
Like you do it once or twice and it's enough. I think people get the idea.
Yeah, I don't do it all the time.
You did it as many times as Howard did it in one phone call.
Right.
Maybe.
Because you can tell he's like impressed he had a new idea. Yeah. But that's all right.
Hey, it's just
you were yelling at this guy for like 12 minutes, it seemed like. And I was just like,
it was pretty funny.
Was it really?
I thought it was.
All right. Maybe it rubbed me the wrong way.
I think whatever I do is going to rub you the wrong way.
I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard the one talk lower, talk lower, talk lower. That
was funny.
Irritated me.
Oh, that was funny. The guy was going, "Yes, could you please play?" And it was funny.
It wasn't funny.
So what is your shtick? Like you get like guys on the phone and goof on them? Because that's what I mostly hear. Like you get a lot of people.
Sometimes people call and be obnoxious, and I be obnoxious back. And sometimes people call.
You know what the really bad one is?
Right.
Where he pretends to be a priest.
Oh.
And, people will call in to make a phone request for a song.
Yeah.
And he'll go, "Yes, you have...
the Religious Network.
Let me hear that voice.
The Religious Network.
Yes, how can I help you?
Oh, I saw. Oh,
Yes,
that's
how you
good.
doing?
Well,
This
I
is
didn't know you
Rev.
did that. I never heard that one.
Oh man, that's a really
Yeah, this is
bad
the Reverend Alderman, man. Can I please help you? You experience any bestiality or anything like that? Something like that.
Really? Well, I didn't realize you were doing stuff like that. That's funny.
You know what?
That's why I say you gotta get a whole
You know, it's
That's
good
it.
stuff, but yeah, you know, anything for you is bad.
Devastating.
No.
You Rob, you're an old woman. You're 48. What do you know about that?
Daniel Baldwin's. Oh, you think it's an age thing?
She's 48. She's freaking over the edge there.
You know what? It's a lot of young people
Showing
get
off
his
her
humor.
living room in People
Menopause
magazine.
has, gotten to me.
A lot of young people get his humor.
I guess.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm Generation X.
You sure are.
Your generation, no humor is what you
Yeah,
are.
okay. Whatever you say, Rob.
Daniel Baldwin's on the phone. He wants to know if you're writing anymore.
Yeah, okay.
He wants to get in on that.
Yes, can I help you?
Look at you.
Les, can I help you?
You like some of my bits. You even said it on the air.
Yeah, but I never told you I like that one, and
All
you
right.
do that way too much.
I do it once every
I think they should limit you to one bit. Because I don't know, man. I tune in for about an hour a day, and I end up hearing 20 bits.
No, that's
I'm
not
telling
true.
you, every other time.
I'm allowed 3 times an hour.
Why 3, though? Why not just once?
then just have a robot in there.
Well, no. I mean, you could be a little personality, but why you got to do all long bits?
They're not long.
Really? They seem long.
And then the other thing that's really bad
Yeah.
is when he starts trying to talk like a real person.
Right. You're supposed to get real with the audience.
And he's like, yeah, my baby's got diaper rash.
I know, yeah.
and
No, you
Oh,
were
I
in
hate
there
that.
for that.
That's funny.
You were in there for that.
No, you were talking about that yesterday on the radio.
No, I was talking about my wedding.
I wish
yeah,
you would just.
that he's planning his wedding, and it's already $15,000 he's spending
It's
on his
costing me a
stupid
fortune.
wedding.
Wow.
It's costing me a fortune.
It's great to hear that stuff.
Hey,
Yeah,
you don't,
it's
Howard.
fascinating.
Telethon, Howard.
Whatever you
To
say.
telethon.
I had Jackie's wife on. She played her music.
Oh, yeah? Great. All right. Thanks, man.
Trying to
I just
suck
was
up
Oh,
wondering
to
what
these-
you're up to. That's all.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, John is a stuttering schmuck. All he does is talk about your show all through his show.
I don't talk about your show. So,
What?
I talk about Howard's show.
If you weren't with Howard, you wouldn't have nothing to talk about all day, you schmuck.
Yeah. See, this is the type of thing, this is where we get into this guy. This is the same guy, right?
What?
Well, you're the guy who called. It's the same guy. See, so how would you respond to a guy calling you? All right, maybe I should
Yeah,
just
I'm
hang
the
up.
same guy 5 minutes ago told you were good, you schmuck.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Hey, Melrose Larry Green is funnier than you idiot.
There you go, jackass.
Hey, listen, John.
Yeah.
I just asked you one favor. I didn't want play-by-play of Robin and Dominic's basketball game, which you decided to do anyway.
I didn't do that.
You didn't?
Not on the air.
Well,
No,
I asked you not to, and
I
you
didn't
did
do
it
that.
anyway.
I didn't do that.
Well,
John, say the F word.
Yeah,
But
do it.
do it like how you do it on the air.
I
Yell
can't
at the
do
guy.
it.
Oh,
I
you
can't say the F word.
Oh, you can't go like, hey,
It has to be
you.
on tape, and then I can go shut up like that. But I
Yeah,
can't.
go ahead. Go ahead. That's funny.
No, but do
that now.
I can't do. I really would just curse and then just
Shut
bleep
the
later.
up.
Do it in the
Shut the
Reverend voice.
That isn't what. But that isn't what.
Do
you
the Reverend to him.
Yeah, do the Reverend.
Do the Reverend voice.
It's
Come on,
done
do the
when people
Reverend.
don't know that it's me.
okay.
The funny thing is they really think they got a
They
religious
don't know
network.
it's you.
Oh.
and another thing, Howard.
Hey, shut the.
You know what, Howard? There'll be just as many calls as this guy saying, how good the show is. So, but all they're going to put is the negative 3 calls. I should know because I do it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so how come at the end of Howard's show, you get to talk during Howard's show?
Dude, I don't design the station. That isn't me who does that. That isn't my
No.
concept.
Like, you get in control of the microphone
All right.
during Howard's
Yeah,
show.
see, and you know what? This guy likes me.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, I
All right.
love you.
I know you do. You
Right.
call me every day, you jackass.
Yeah, that's it to John. John, yeah, you jackass.
That's right, the premiere.
Like whatever words I use on the
Oh
air.
yeah, that's right.
So you're, hey, jackass,
that's right.
rat bastard.
You invented jackass. I forgot.
No, I didn't invent the word, you idiot. I gave you the freedom to use it.
That's right. You did.
That's right.
You did, and I'm not angry.
you think people said jackass on the radio 20 years ago?
I don't think people did anything that.
They didn't. They didn't do anything.
But I'm your fan.
Be yourself. Be
I am
yourself.
myself. What do you? I am
You
myself.
sound forced, is what I'm saying.
I'm not
When you're
sounding
yelling at the
forced.
listeners, you sound like
I
you're
don't
trying to
think so.
compact into 2
That's
minutes.
what you were going to say because you
John,
can't accept
do you
me
think that
for
I'm a
any-
good critic of radio?
No, not for me.
Not for you.
Never for
All
me.
right. Okay.
Because you are only going to accept me as a guy
I
who
see.
came in here at 22 years old and got your coffee, and
All
I'll
right.
never change
Okay,
your own mind.
hey, forgive me. I'll never try and help you again.
How old
Show's
are
great.
you now, by the way?
How old are you?
31.
Okay.
Okay. That's what we thought.
It just,
Isn't he passing himself off as
years.
he's passing himself as a young intern?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. That's
Yeah.
what I was, and I don't expect you to like anything I do.
No, I like a lot of things you do. I like when you go out and ask
Yeah, of
questions.
course, because that's something that you did.
Right.
Yeah. So of course,
I'm sorry. I don't think it's funny when you yell at the listeners.
It's like if your daughter did radio.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you would have such a problem because...
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would, because you
John, if I tell you something's not funny, you think I'm telling you because I can't accept anything? Didn't I tell you some of your stuff was funny?
No.
I never told you anything you did was funny.
Not outside of something that I did that you had put me out to do.
What? Okay. You know what? You know what? Actually, I heard the bit. It was funny. It was very funny the way you yelled at the guy. It didn't go on too long at all.
I thought it was very funny.
I must be mistaken. I'm jealous of you. That's why I'm telling you.
That's not what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm saying you just can't accept me as anything but,
all right.
A kid.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
Whatever. Sluggo's probably younger than you. I hear his show every day.
No,
I love
not.
it.
He's the same age as me.
I love his show.
Of course you do, because he's not me.
What? Why would I feel that way? I watched Mitch Fatal on Letterman. I thought he was hysterical. He was my
but you didn't think he was funny when he was here.
He didn't tell any jokes.
He never said anything funny.
Yes, he did.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes, he did. That's
he never
the point.
did. Mitch never once walked up to me and told me a joke.
That's not true. It's not true.
What are you talking about? You telling me that I can't appreciate something you do that's funny?
I'm telling you that.
I'm telling you I heard this bit and it wasn't funny. What do you want from me?
Fine.
That's all. Take a little criticism.
You're
so defensive.
Baba Booey. Really?
What?
There wasn't one person in the station that had any idea that Mitch
was into comedy.
To be a comedian.
I had no idea.
He never told us one thing about
and he never
that.
told
He
any
never
jokes.
wrote anything.
All right.
He never did anything.
Yeah.
I've told you you've done some funny. Like once in a while you write a stuttering John question that's funny. I tell you they're real good. You've said some funny things. It's just when you're yelling, you're forcing to yell at the listeners. It's just like,
A guy did you hear that guy?
Okay, whatever.
Howard, I should tell you, John does the wackiest things. He's wearing a T-shirt as pants right now.
Huh? That's all right.
In other words, his legs were cold, so he took a
that's
T-shirt
funny.
and he stepped into it.
Baba Booey.
So weird.
It's a good radio bit.
I wasn't doing it for a bit, jackass.
Oh, now you're cursing at me.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the up.
Howard, I bleep it. It's not just like that. But it's fine. I don't expect you to like anything.
Hey, shut the
he's
up.
got that promotions the production guy back there working overtime, bleeping.
Oh, is that right? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, he bleeps during the show?
No, it's only...
He yells at the guy.
It's occasional this happens.
Right.
Occasional. It seems to me I hear it every day.
Yeah.
Well, that isn't the truth, but we'll go with it.
Hey, shut the up.
Yeah, that's every bit.
Wait. Hey, shut
Robin, give me a break.
That's what I hear. That's every bit.
I know.
You know, I used to like it when you didn't talk about it.
Even that minister he does starts cursing.
Oh.
Oh, he does? The minister?
No. See, the joke
cursing.
was the minister. The guy started cursing at the minister, so the minister.
Oh, that's funny.
Said,
The
I don't want
minister
you
starts
cursing.
cursing.
I haven't heard the minister, so I can't comment
So
on
it's
that.
like the same guy.
Yeah.
Only doing a wacky voice.
See, Howard, the
I
whole
haven't heard
joke
the
is that
minister,
people call
no.
my show and think they get the wrong.
I hear you.
You know, and that's
Okay.
and then I put on a different. They don't
So
know
is
it's
your
me.
show mostly phone pranks?
No, I would say 50%.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get the premise. In other words, a lot of it is based on phone humor.
It's me alone in a studio
with the phone
creating
callers.
from nothing.
Creating
So
comedy
it's
from
phony phone answering?
nothing. Right.
It works.
Yeah.
And it actually works.
Evidently it works.
But he's lying if he tells you that minister doesn't curse at every caller.
Not at every
Right.
call.
I've heard it twice, and he was cursing at both.
I'm glad you're listening.
Always.
Everybody,
cursing.
10 to 2 here.
I'm listening for the music. No offense.
That's good. I love the music.
I love the mix.
I love the music, too. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of the music.
Yeah.
When you hear the bleep, it's John.
No, I just heard one thing yesterday, or the day before, where you were yelling.
I know exactly which one you're talking
Yelling,
about. With
yelling.
the mother jokes and all that.
Yeah. You really were on a roll.
I thought I was.
See, Howard, I think
Right.
John gets a little bummed out about this conversation because
Why?
there's a lot of turmoil here at the station, lots of shakeups,
Yeah.
rumors and stuff. And I think John feels that, his job might be in jeopardy.
It's not. You know
and
what?
you're
My
not
ratings.
helping. You're not
My
helping.
ratings are great, and I don't think I'm going anywhere.
All right.
I think you're doing a good job. I like when you just say WXRK.
Yeah.
And then you play the record. I think you do a good job with that. I like that.
Say it, Johnny.
Say WXRK.
The new 92.3 K-Rock is Smashing Pumpkins on K-Rock.
Yeah, I love that.
There you go.
Uh-oh, John needs a creative outlet.
That's right. That's right. I'm not going to do it if I can create. So.
Oh, is that right? You told him that?
For what do I get out of it if I can't do things that I enjoy?
How about a paycheck for something you never had before?
Oh.
What happened? They told you to quiet down, and you said, "Look, I'm not doing it unless
No, they never told me
I
to
can do my
quiet
phone
down.
bits."
They enjoy what I do. You're the one who doesn't enjoy it.
Oh no. Steve Kingston said many great things about you to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's he lets.
No,
me do it.
he told me he thinks you're terrific.
No, Howard.
No, he has. She tells me he
This
thinks
is
you're great.
sarcasm, correct?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
I don't care. Then
You got to be you.
well, then fire him.
Fire him.
Well, then fire him.
I don't want you
know what?
fired.
You know
I'm
what?
happy you have the show.
What?
It's a paycheck.
A lot of people seem to like the show.
I love it. I love when you play the music.
I got a lot of fans out there.
The other thing he does,
You know what? If they went and screened the calls, I'm sure there'd be plenty of good calls out there.
he always talks about how he's going to get yelled at again by Sam.
Yeah, that's a big bet.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't heard.
Why don't you say Steve? It's not Sam.
No, Howard, you haven't seen the conversations in the past. And Sam had a kid. He's
Yeah, no, I heard
mellowed.
you saying on the show.
But in the past, we have almost gotten to fistfights. I'm talking about say K-Rock before the break. Say it before the break.
And what's wrong with him saying that to you? That's the way the guy wants
Because
it done.
it's
in other
fine.
words, you're so
It's fine.
advanced.
No, you're missing the
You're
point.
so great
This is
that
this
you
is a
should
great
have
angle.
ultimate freedom at the station.
You're missing the point.
What is the point?
was, Sam, I am screwing up. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Right.
I'm trying to get it right.
Right.
And he's saying, no, you're not. You're doing it as being belligerent. I'm saying, no, I swear to God, I'm trying to get this right.
You could get. What are you, a moron? You don't know how to say. You don't know how to get K-Rock. You say K-Rock as soon as you open the microphone.
No, Howard. You have to
What
go-
does he want you to do?
Yeah, this is in the old days.
All right, go ahead.
How you doing? This is the new 92.3 K-Rock. This is Smashing Pumpkins on K-Rock.
Okay.
So you have to say before and after, and sometimes I would go, hey, this is the new 92.3 K-Rock. This is Smashing Pumpkins. And
you're not smart enough to say K-Rock after that?
No, most of the time I get it, and sometimes I wouldn't, and then he would get it.
He was right. In other words, it didn't matter that much to you.
It was
and
maybe my
you were
first
being-
week of
You were being
radio.
belligerent. Be honest for 1 minute.
I swear on my life, it wasn't at a
In
belligerent.
other words, if the guy had said to you,
Yeah.
well, listen, I'm hiring you. You didn't know Sam. You didn't work. You didn't have the security of working with me and all that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he said, listen, you can have this job.
Yeah.
But you got to say K-Rock twice every time. I
Yeah.
guarantee you would have gotten it right.
Howard, I tried.
I guarantee you would have gotten it right.
And the other argument that we
You
used to
didn't
have
deem it that important. You
the
didn't
other
deem it that
argument
important.
that we used to have in the past was, when I would screw up, I could play the wrong song,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I have dead air. He would go, "It's not funny anymore. Get it right." I'm like, Sam, it was my first 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm trying to get it right, but it was very difficult to learn the board in 2 weeks. So I would screw up, and then he would yell at me, and then we'd get into arguments about it. It wasn't me trying to be belligerent, but you would, probably.
So what is he supposed to do? John, take another month to learn the board?
Coddle.
No, let me
coddle
take a
you?
little time. Now the board's much smoother. I don't know if you've noticed, but now
It's fine. I don't have a problem with any of it. I think the show's terrific.
It's fine.
You don't want me to critique, so I won't. I'm not opening my mouth.
I just think that you're a little biased in this area.
Okay, I see. All right. Well, what do I know? You know what? Sometimes I listen to radio. I could be wrong. Maybe this is real cutting edge.
I'm not saying it's cutting edge. I'm saying it's
all right.
not as
I didn't
bad
know.
as
I was
you're
just
saying, dude.
just saying I didn't get the bit the other day. Why are you yelling at everybody?
The
But
guy's calling me a stuttering schmuck. What do you want me to do?
he didn't do it in all
He
seriousness.
did it 3 times.
Nah,
4
he was
times.
a goof.
Just now you could tell he was kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't tell he was kidding at first.
Jimmy, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm so glad you're doing this. I think you should keep doing this.
How old are you, Jimmy?
34.
All right.
I just the way you put 2 people on the phone at the same time, getting
Right.
them to ask each other, "Who's
Yeah.
this? Who's
Yeah.
this?" He does that.
No, he wouldn't
He
even do
complains
that.
about his
You
food.
do that, John?
Where'd
What?
you put my
You took
food?
that bit
Where's
too?
my food? He eats on the air just like you.
I eat on the. I'm not even allowed to eat in the studio. He's such a liar, this guy.
Well, listen,
I'm
what's
not
he
even
going
allowed
to
to
do?
eat.
I don't mind. He borrows a couple of things, but I don't even hear these things. I tuned in the other day. He was yelling at some guy. I don't know what he's yelling about.
It's Howard.
That's
it's
also
a
I
joke
mentioned
with
it to
this
him, but
guy.
he's taking it the wrong way.
He's hurt.
I'm not hurt.
All
I
the
expect you to be
equipment's
negative.
screwed up. Yeah, Howard, it's just like you. It's like Howard all over again with this boring John.
Right.
Well, thank you very much,
It's
sir.
gotten to the point it's ridiculous. When
Thank you.
kids
I really
are gonna do
appreciate it.
something.
I really appreciate this, sir.
Well, come on, John. I mean, give me a break. You know, when your show first came on, the first thing you said was, "Oh, I don't know if you were listening to Howard this morning." Are you kidding me?
That's
You
something
have
that
a
they
listener that wasn't
There's nothing wrong with
listening to
that.
Howard?
I was told to do that, by the way, Howard, and that's something that you want
You
to.
have
fine,
a listener
that's
that
fine.
wasn't listening to Howard. Is that what you're trying to say, John?
No, it was trying to cross over and give it.
Wait. Hey, shut the up.
Yeah, shut the up.
There you go, Jimmy.
All right, thank
Go
you,
home,
Jimmy.
Joke.
go home and beat your wife now, Jimmy.
Hey, Howard.
There you go. That's what he does.
Howard.
That's what he does with the listeners. Go home and beat your wife.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
This Blaze.
F Blaze.
you.
F Blaze. Thank you.
That was very original, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, and you are.
Yeah, that's right. I am, Jim. I am.
Kill me.
That's right.
You know what you should try, John? A little more stuttering.
Oh, okay.
might-
I'll try
that
and
might
add
help
that,
for the
okay?
breaks.
All right, Jimmy.
You know, like the WR.
See, he can't even get the call letters right.
You're right.
All right,
I don't
thank you.
stutter like
Schmuck.
you do.
See,
And then we just with the schmuck,
Yeah.
and it's just, I don't know. It just seems
It's
angry.
It
It is
really
angry. I'm angry at this guy.
Yeah, but it
Can
seems
I
kinda
feel angry
forced.
or
It seems forced.
It's forced.
Yesterday he plays a song, he screws up the beginning of the song.
Yeah, that's because they didn't have the song number on there for me.
It's John. To me, it just seemed like you had to work the word schmuck and jackass in at least 7 times.
I'm
You know
a
what I
very
mean?
hostile man. I'm a
right.
very angry man.
All right.
I am
Doing
angry.
it for how long now?
What are you so
Can't get it
angry
right?
about?
A lot of things.
What, you're angry because you get to play records?
No, I'm not. I don't have no problem playing records. What are you trying to make?
So
this
what are you
into?
angry about?
A guy like this gets me angry. I'm sorry. It's a natural reaction.
But you don't have to
Play
put
the
them on the air
record.
since they're
Yeah,
on
since you
tape.
tape them, why do you put them on?
Some
Play
of it
the record.
because
That's
some
all.
of it
That's
becomes
all we
funny.
want.
Oh, because you think it's funny? I was telling you it wasn't funny.
That's right. We disagree.
All right.
Is that okay? We disagree on like a lot of things.
All right, I just thought maybe you're interested in someone's opinion, but clearly you're not. Sam's
no,
opinion's
of
no
course
good,
not.
mine's no good.
Sam, I'm fine with Sam. And
All right.
Howard, just that you are very
No one's
biased when it comes
I
to
am
me.
not. I was in my gym listening
When
to
did
the
he
bit.
get biased because of you?
Because you,
What did I do to
Howard,
you?
You have obviously
I'm the
proven
guy.
yourself in radio. You're the
I'm the
best
guy who
man
put
in
him on
radio.
the air. I
You're
gave
the
him
guy
a
who believed
career.
in him.
I believed in him. He was an intern, and I'm biased against him. Why
if
am
I
I
do
the
anything
enemy?
outside of this show,
That's not true. We used to do a TV show. It was horrible.
I agree.
It was not bad. It was horrible.
I agree.
You want me to tell you it was good? I'll give you. I'll
No,
be like every
I
other
agree it was
person and tell you
horrible.
it was a horrible show.
I
You were
agree.
horrible on.
I
Everyone
agree.
was horrible.
I agree.
Then you would go on Conan and you'd play tapes of your
Conan, I was good
doing
on.
interviews.
Conan, I was good on.
No, you would do. You were playing our tapes
No,
from
but
our
even
Channel
just the
9
interview
show.
segments, I was good on.
You played the tapes of the Channel 9 show. I said, don't play the Channel 9 show anymore.
That wasn't my idea, but okay. And
It wasn't your idea. You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me.
No, I came to you with all.
Oh, here we go.
I did. For some reason, I'm
I
the
said,
guy
go
on
on
the
and
show.
do your thing. And so I'm the bad guy because I told him don't play the Channel
I
9
didn't say you're the
shows.
bad guy. I didn't say you're the bad guy.
Yeah, you just said I'm jealous. What am I again of you?
I never said
What am I of
I
you?
didn't put in words.
I'm not a fair judge of you.
No,
I'm telling you, I heard something the other day. It wasn't funny.
Okay, that's your
biased.
opinion.
Why would
We're
I
all
be?
entitled
Why would
to-
I be biased? That wasn't making me
Because
laugh.
you could only accept me in a certain way, and if you're going to deny that,
Your TV show I saw was horrible.
I agree.
Okay.
Wings was great. You didn't like it.
I didn't see Wings. I told you I never saw it. I haven't seen it to this day. Why are you saying I didn't like it? I was pissed off because NBC, I didn't want them using my name in the promotion.
And they didn't. No, I had that in the
That's right.
contract.
So what are you holding?
You still
it?
wouldn't talk about it. You talk about everything everybody else
Why
does.
would I talk about it? I felt that I was used. They called me every week to be on Wings. I said, I don't want to be on Wings. Then they hired you, and then they started giving me forcing me to do commercials about it. I don't want to
They
be forced.
bought advertising. I
They
mean,
bought advertising.
That wasn't. I didn't tell them to
I
do
told
that
them.
either.
Okay, so why would that be an issue with you? That's no issue with you.
No, because you wouldn't even talk about something that I did. Even
Sure
if it was,
I would.
You wouldn't.
I talk about.
Gary does extreme fighting. You talk about it. Jackie does the watching.
I've had
talk
you in
about
here a
it.
million
Haven't we
times.
promoted your personal appearances?
And your
Personal appearance,
music,
but
and I played your
And
Never
album.
anything credible.
Tony and Tina's wedding.
And I
we
played
haven't
your
talked about
album.
that?
Oh, come on, man. You know what it is? You're biased against me.
No,
now
I'm
you're
not.
proving it.
No, I'm not.
We
Howard.
haven't done anything to help.
I did
with Tony
Baywatch
and
Nights. You
Tina's
never
wedding.
mentioned it. Jackie did The Watcher. You always mention it. I did Wings. You never mentioned it. Robin did.
I never mentioned it
Prince of
because
Bel-Air, you always
Wings
mention
pissed
it.
me off.
Howard, whenever they get Jackie, Robin, and me, for the most part, they would rather have
Jackie
you.
came to me and said he was doing it. You're not in league with Jackie. I knew what was going on with the Wings people, and I knew what was going on with the Baywatch people.
And what was going on with the Watcher people?
When Jackie, who is a writer of mine, who
Yeah.
writes funny comedy material, you're an intern.
No,
as
I'm
far
not
as
an intern.
concerned. What
I'm
are
not
you?
an intern.
What do you do?
I put in a lot of great phone calls.
You screen phone calls?
Yeah, and that
You're going to compare that to what Jackie does?
I'm not comparing to what Jackie does. It
If
shouldn't
I
be.
throw a bone to Jackie here and there, that's another. He's an on-air personality at this point.
Wait, John
I
sees it
haven't. I
as
haven't
we both-
contributed to many funny
In
things
other
on
words,
the show.
Jackie
Oh,
is
Wait,
now the
John
same as
sees it-
John.
Yeah, we both add comedy to the show.
Yeah, I haven't.
I see.
I haven't contributed to.
Yeah. John, if you left tomorrow,
Yeah.
the level of comedy would not change one iota.
I agree, but
if
still-
Jackie left tomorrow, the level of comedy would change
I
tomorrow.
agree. I agree.
There is such a huge difference between you and Jackie.
I
For you
am
to
not
compare yourself to
comparing.
Jackie.
I'm not comparing the
If I,
contributions.
you are
trouble.
insane.
I
This
am
is
not-
your insanity.
I am not comparing the contributions that Jackie and I made as equal, but I am saying that it doesn't. I don't know what I have personally done to you that would, have you not plug something that I've done
because
publicly.
I don't want to be used by the people of Wings. Get with it. I don't want them to call me for a month and ask me to be on their show. And then when they can't get me, they get Stuttering John.
Yeah.
They take Stuttering John and they say to me, now promote John's appearance. They call my agent and tell me we have to promote Stuttering John. They call the radio station now and say they try to force me through advertising to promote Stuttering John on Wings. I don't want to be associated with Wings. I don't want to be associated with Wings, period.
But I'm saying you wouldn't.
So what I did was I did something incredibly nice for you. I said, John, you can go do Wings.
I know.
I just can't promote it. I don't want to get caught up in their crap. I don't want to be used this way. So I did something incredibly nice for you.
Howard, but what I'm saying
I did something incredibly... listen to me. Look at me. I did something incredibly nice for you. Not mean to you. Nice for you. I let you, instead of Gorilla... I could have easily had Gorilla do Wings. I could have had anybody do Wings. All I have to do is give the word that I'll promote it. Do you understand that you on Wings was meaningless? That it was an issue between me and Wings, and I allowed you to go do it anyway because I wanted you to get a paycheck? Do you understand that?
Howard, I understand that.
Do you understand that?
Howard.
Tony and Tina... No, he doesn't. Do you understand why I promoted Tony and Tina's wedding? You came to me, you were doing Tony and Tina's wedding. I allowed that to be promoted over my air. Why did I do that?
We did more than promote it. We had them on.
Oh yeah.
We had him read.
Oh please.
It was good for everybody concerned.
Oh, so when I talk about it, it's good for everyone concerned, and when I don't talk about it,
Howard,
it's not good.
What
for
I'm saying is, I appreciate you letting me.
You are an ingrate. I've always been wise to you, and now I'm even wiser to you.
Now it comes out.
I am so wise to you.
There you go.
When you promoted your book and you told me you didn't have a book.
You know, Howard,
you're an ingrate.
Gary, come in here as my witness. That was never my...
From now on, you will never be mentioned on this show again.
Fine, because...
Tony and Tina's wedding will not be mentioned. Anything you do will not be mentioned. Your record album, anything.
Fine. I never... All I'm saying is that when I do something...
And when Kingston comes to me and says, I'm taking John off the air, and I go behind the scenes and say, hey, give him a break, and you don't know about it because I don't want to hurt your feelings... From now on, you're on your own.
If that happens,
see how long you last.
If that happens,
okay,
fine.
We'll see, Big Shot. Now you're on your own.
Howard, I'm just saying.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Of course.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I
don't like you ever? Is that it?
No, I am just saying.
This is the Stuttering John I know and love.
I know.
The
I'm
ingrate.
always screaming at him to just calm down.
I am just saying that it just seems to me if Gary does extreme fighting, you talk about it. When I do something, you don't want to talk about it.
Did I talk about Tony and Tina's wedding?
You don't remember the things we talk about.
Yeah. Do I talk about your album when you were desperate to get promotion for your album? Did I talk about it? Did I play your album on the air?
How did he get the radio job?
Oh, I wonder how. How do you think he kept the radio job? Don't think 3 months ago I didn't have a conversation with Kingston about John's performance.
I'm sure
I said, hang in there with the guy. Let him develop a little bit. Maybe he'll be good. He said he's got the name from the show. Maybe something will happen. You were gone 3 months ago, you idiot.
I think you're the only reason he's still on the air.
Well, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I hear the guy's attitude. He's belligerent.
Belligerent.
It all came through.
My attitude is I don't know why.
All came through.
Look, even with the freaking
through.
California thing.
I wonder if
for some reason you have a problem with me.
John, you smoked pot in front of me.
So did Jackie.
I don't care.
Because Jackie's not in the same league as me.
You smoked pot in front of me. Always Jackie. Jackie's different. Jackie.
That's what I'm saying.
Jackie, you know how I'm different? Jackie's different than you.
But why?
You know how the owner of this station pulls me into his office every day and schmoozes with me? You know why he doesn't do that with you? Because you're not me.
Yes.
And you're not Jackie.
You will always be treated differently.
Exactly. But which is what I don't.
I don't want
you're treated like John is treated, not like anybody else.
Yeah.
Why call
you think it's fair if me and Jackie smoke pot by a pool that Howard yells at me? And
how do you know I didn't talk to Jackie about it?
Give me a break. How is that fair?
How do you know I didn't talk to Jackie about it? You don't even know. You don't even know anything about it.
About how you talk to me about it.
I don't want my intern smoking pot
an intern. I'm paid.
and getting... No, you're an intern. Yeah. You're my intern. You are my dog.
I'm not your dog.
Do you know what a dog is?
I'm not your dog.
That's what you are. You are my dog. Don't ever forget what you are.
You're a pot-smoking dog.
You're a pot-smoking dog who has to bring his wife every goddamn place he goes.
He's got laundry bills for the baby coming out of, the show's budget.
You know what you did. You know what you did, and you still don't know when it's wrong. You're worried. You're sitting and looking at Jackie. Look at yourself.
No, I don't know why. What gave you this problem with me? Somewhere along the line,
I don't have any problem with you.
You have developed a distaste for me, and I don't know what I did.
You are the one who has stated all the problems so far. You had a problem that I didn't announce your Wings special. I told you 100
They bought
times why I did it.
advertising.
I don't care what they did. I had a long history with them of them trying to boss me around. I will not be bossed
Of
around
course
by
not.
wings.
Well, then I don't know
This
the
has
history.
nothing to do
Well, then
with
I didn't
you.
know the history.
I
You just
allowed you to
assumed
do
that
wings.
Somebody's got something against you. Why
Yeah.
would you assume that?
I have
And
done
Baywatch
nothing.
too?
I have done. Yep. I have done
Oh, I don't know
nothing.
this.
Baywatch calls me every week. I've read the letters on the air from Baywatch. Have you
Baywatch
ever heard
saying,
them?
please talk about John Show.
No, that's not the case.
This guy.
John, I don't owe you a thing.
I'm not saying you owe me anything.
I have
I'm saying, why do
promoted.
you-
I have taken
I'm saying,
you
why do you have a
and
problem? What
given
did I
you a
do?
career. No, again, I have no problem with you. You're the one with the complex.
Absolutely right.
Unbelievable complex. You wanted your record promoted? I promoted your record. You wanted your Tony and Tina? You're going to be an actor? I promoted your acting.
Some things you promote and some things you don't. And
That's right.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
right.
don't give him credit for any of that.
Robin, I've said thanks to Howard so many times.
No, I'm
you
talking
haven't.
about right here
Are you
on the air
kidding me?
today.
You
It was,
just
I
sat
did
here-
Thank you on my
this.
record.
You just
I
said-
thank you on
my
anything
stuff.
I've done.
I just said.
No, it's
you
amazing.
just said to me that I am against your career.
No, I didn't say in my career. I said you're against. You have
I'm
a personal
against you.
problem with me.
I don't have any
You
problem
said
with you.
everything I do outside of what you tell me to do. I don't think he told you
that
to
he
do
doesn't
Tony
like.
So
and
John,
Tina's
I
act.
have to,
doesn't like.
I
I
have
didn't
to,
say that.
I
I
have to
don't think he
allow,
likes Tony
I
and
have to
Tina's
allow a Stuttering John book proposal because that's because I have something against you. So I have to prove to you that I
Who
don't.
mentioned the book proposal?
Well, I'm mentioning it.
Yeah, I didn't
am
say that.
mentioning the book proposal. So when you go around with the book proposal, that's because of you
No, I
that
came to
I
you
don't
and
allow
asked
it.
you first, and you said
no,
no.
you didn't. I caught you. I
Lie.
caught you with your book proposal.
You are rewriting history.
I caught you.
Robin, you were there when I
caught
asked
you.
him in his office.
I
He's a
caught
liar.
you.
That what happened was you were told no, but the wheels were already in
The
motion.
wheels were done. I told the guy no. Gary, come in as my witness. The guy
you
went
told
and
me
did
you
it without
stopped
my.
me.
You know,
You
unbeknownst to me.
stop me if I'm wrong. You told me you had stopped and you were still
I did
sending
stop.
it around.
No, I had stopped
Oh,
as soon as you.
your representative
you think I would
was
be
doing
so
it.
stupid to you tell me
I
no
see.
and still try and sell a
I
book? Are
see.
you nuts?
I see.
I would never do
I
that.
see. So what you're telling me is
Gary knows the guy who
when
did
I
that.
promote
Gary can come
something,
here and
when I promote something you do, I'm a good guy. If I decide not to promote something you do, I'm a bad guy.
The glass is
I
half
have a
empty.
problem.
I never said you were a bad guy.
So now I have to
said
promote.
you have a problem with me.
If I
for
was
some reason.
weak-minded,
Why wouldn't you ask? If you have a question, instead of assuming that he's against you,
Right, I have
and
a
has
problem with
you, why wouldn't you go to him and talk to him? No, you sit there
I have
building
gone to
up
him. I have gone to him.
resentment, and then
It's not
spewing
resentment.
it
let me
out
ask
on
you,
the
you know how
air.
many things Gary has come to me and
Yeah.
asked if he could do, and I've said no?
And I come to you all the time too.
No, you don't. Listen to me.
Well, Gary
Do
does.
you
for
know
me.
how many things I have turned down Gary? Do you think I have something against Gary? Do you think I have something against Gary?
No. No.
Do I have something against you?
I think that for some reason.
I see. So in other words, when I
You
turn
do
down,
have something against
I have something against you, but not Gary. Why do I turn things down that Gary wants to do? Gary had an opportunity to make about 15 grand the other day.
Oh, did you hear the stink when they tried to do that Las Vegas thing? Remember that?
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think I have something against Gary?
No.
I have something in mind for me and my career, and
I
my
agree.
show, and the people who work with me.
I agree.
Sometimes they don't see it that way. Then they get frustrated. They can't make their money. Hey, that's my call.
You're right.
It's got nothing to do with you.
You're right. You've never
But
heard
for
me.
some reason, when I do it against
See-
you think I'm doing it because I don't
No,
like
there
you.
are certain things that I think that you have a problem with me. You think that I'm doing something
You
conniving.
spend a lot of time thinking about John.
Yeah, I
No,
see
you
it
don't.
about you 24 hours
No,
a
you
day.
just think that I'm like doing things behind your back. You have
You are.
Oh, not anymore.
No, I'm not. I am not
You
doing
have.
anything but even the book thing. I cannot
You
believe
have.
you were going to blame this book thing on me.
You have.
People out there believe you.
Whatever.
And I swear on my mother's life, when you told me what I was allowed to do on that book,
Right.
I called the guy. I said, "This is the only things I'm allowed to do." They went and pitched something that I had told them they weren't allowed to. And as soon as I found out, I called them and fired them. And Gary knows this to be
So
true. I
why?
don't know
No,
he's
as
not
soon
coming
as
in.
I found out, you called them and
No,
fired
no.
them.
Before you even mentioned it, Robin, I called you over the weekend. Howard hadn't said anything to me. I said, Robin, what am
What
I
do
going
I
to
do is what you said.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah,
I do
what am I gonna do?
now?
I
You got
told the guy
caught.
no.
You got caught.
I didn't get caught. I swear
hand
on my
was in the
mother's
cookie
life.
jar.
I swear on my life, may I die today. As soon as I found out these guys were doing something
Look.
behind my back, I called Robin and said, "What am I going to do? These guys did something behind my back." She,
So
of
you
course, yelled
think?
at me.
Let's get back to it. So you think when I tell you
You
can't
still
do
don't believe
something?
me? Do you believe me?
No.
Of course.
When you
amazing to me.
no, I don't.
This is-
I don't
this is the
believe
problem
you.
here.
I don't
Because
believe you at all.
Somebody is for some reason you are brainwashed to think that I have done something that I swear on
Maybe
my
I'm
life.
brainwashed.
I swear on my mother's life,
all right.
that I
How do we know how
swear
you
to
feel
you.
about your
Oh,
mother?
I
yeah,
am
your
not
mother's
lying.
life. Who cares about your mother? Your mother's insignificant.
I think.
Listen.
think Robin believes me. I think Jackie believes me. I think Fred believes me.
I don't think
You're
anybody
the only
even
one who doesn't
believes you.
believe me.
I don't think anyone believes you. I think everyone thinks
No.
you're lying right now. What
Get
do
a
you
lie
think of
detector
that?
test.
I don't
Go ahead.
care if there's a lie.
Go ahead, because I know I'm telling the truth.
I'm telling you.
It kills me that you don't think I'm telling the truth.
I found out you were pitching a book concerning me.
Not concerning you.
Yes.
Never
yes.
concerning you.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you told me what I
Nothing
was...
to do with you.
I went and asked you, Howard, could I do a book?
And then if I didn't promote it, would you have been mad at me? Yes. So there you go. How can I win, John, with you?
No, if I did a book...
You think people are asking you to write a book so that I'll promote it? Why do you think they ask you to write a book? Let's analyze it. Why would somebody ask you to write a book?
No, I'm asking you first.
Hold it. Why would somebody ask you to write a book? Why would somebody ask you to write a book?
Because he's brilliant.
Oh, because you think he's a brilliant writer?
Because they're interested in
maybe you could get a few plugs on the show. Do you ever think of that?
The idea of writing the book is to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So I'm
understand
sure
it.
they would hope that you would plug it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So now when I tell you I don't want to plug it because I don't want to have books coming out of the show like this, do you think that I should be allowed to do that? Do you think I have something against you?
And
is that the reason?
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm not talking about the book. When you told me what it was to do with the book, I told him no.
Because I don't want a slew of 900 books being promoted. So then, and then when I tell you I don't, so then you get your book deal, and then when I wouldn't promote it, would you go around saying Howard didn't promote? He has something against me?
No, I'm
not allowed to pick and choose what you can promote on my show.
I didn't say you couldn't.
All right. So did we give you a shot with your record? Do you think we did? Did we give you a shot with your Tony and Tina's wedding?
I didn't say you didn't.
All right. So then, when I decide not to promote Wings, does that mean I have something against you?
Put it this way.
I have something. To answer the question.
What?
Do I have something against you because I choose not to promote Wings?
Let me ask you a question.
Do I have something against you when I choose not to promote Wings?
I think that...
Do I have something against you? I've promoted your record. I've promoted your various plays. I've promoted certain things.
Yeah, certain things you do and certain things you don't.
Okay.
But anything...
Why do I do some things and don't do others? Why do you think that? Do you think I dislike you? Is that why?
Yeah.
You think I dislike you?
Yes, I do.
You think so? In other words,
promote anything?
why do I even have you here then?
I think that you know I'm a good guy, but I think that that you still ever since this book thing or something, you think that I would do something.
No. Why did I promote? Why do I promote your album? Why did I promote Tony and Tina's wedding?
Why would he do anything?
Why would I have you on my show?
Because I think with the.
Why would I go to Steve Kingston and tell him to keep you here? Why would I do that?
I think that because I don't
like you.
Howard, I don't think you're a bad guy. I haven't said once that I think that you're a bad guy.
I see. So when I didn't promote Wings, I'm a bad guy.
No, I didn't say you were a bad guy.
I don't like you. Is that what it is?
I think that
I didn't promote Wings because I don't
Robin,
like
you can agree with me on this. I think that there is something about me on this show that you have a problem with.
I have no problem.
How would I agree with you?
You're a paranoid, hallucinatory person.
And what have I always told you? You're out of your mind.
You're out of your freaking mind.
There you go.
You smoke too goddamn much pot.
That I don't understand.
Of course not.
I don't either.
I just don't get. I'm sorry. I drive a truck for a living, and I can't just go around spurting out that I smoke pot. And it amazes me this guy can get on the radio like it's no big deal.
I don't even mind that he smokes pot. I've smoked pot. Don't go with me to a hotel. He finally gets to go on a road trip.
Finally, we always go on
He
road
brings
trips.
900 people. He's billing all kind of crap to the room. I'm standing around. People are coming up with $500, $600, $700 bills for me to sign.
Well, baby.
He's got 87 visitors.
Howard, please.
Straighten out your business.
Howard,
don't do it around me. You want to go on vacation? Go on vacation.
It was $400, and most of it was everybody on the show.
John, when I take you for a working
Most
trip,
of it was everybody on the show.
anything that wasn't I paid for.
When I take, it wasn't mostly everyone on the show.
Yes, it
Didn't
was.
have. Do you think Jackie had a higher bill than you?
No, I'm talking about that bill that day was everybody's food and everybody's drink.
I didn't
Yeah, but
have
who was
anything.
everybody?
You, Ralph,
Me?
Jackie, Nancy.
I paid my own bill.
Howard, it was all together. I'm telling you, I have your sandwich on the bill. I have it at home.
Yeah, and what about the 7 friends that were with you?
They didn't eat anything.
When you come to visit, when you come to visit California, go do whatever you want. When you come with me on a business trip where you're supposed to be working, come by yourself. Sit
Like
by the
I always
pool.
have.
If you get some free time to sit by the pool, enjoy it.
Like I always have.
You want to have a friend over? Have a friend over.
Or have the friend somewhere else.
Right.
Why have it where Howard has to relax?
Well, we weren't near Howard.
He had to have a whole party.
No, Howard, what
He'll
are we
never
gonna do?
get it.
A
We weren't
whole
near
party.
Howard.
We weren't
No,
near
you were
Howard.
sitting over there watching him.
Yeah.
It just seems like
Say it, Howard, but you created this monster.
everybody else had people.
I know I did.
Everybody else had
Really
people
did.
there.
I understand.
Everybody else had
went
people
to
there. It's
California
always
as a
about
radio
something.
That's what I'm saying. Why am I the only
Who
one?
had people there?
Who had
Jackie
people?
had his
Jackie.
wife. Jackie's wife's sister was
Yeah.
there. His sister's.
I didn't see them.
Yes, you did.
I saw
My
Jackie.
wife's sister stopped by for about 20 minutes. My wife was out there because she did a TV show. We had reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's Jackie. He's different than you.
I know. I know he is.
He's
It
different.
wasn't 7 miscellaneous friends.
He sucks me
You
into
know
the
it is, but you won't accept.
No, I think.
Why don't you
everybody
come to
had
me
people.
beforehand and say, hey,
Who's
Howard, I'm going to have
everybody?
30 friends partying with me the
wasn't-
entire
Don't
time.
go to the pool.
It wasn't.
And we're going to be smoking pot in a tent and have security come up and start giving Howard dirty looks because you work with me. You work with me.
Howard.
You're one of my interns.
I'm not an intern.
He's
You're one of my
responsible
interns.
for
He's a
you.
radio personality.
You're like
Thank
a little
you,
boy.
sir. Thank
you
you.
had a chance to prove yourself for once.
Howard, I've been on so many trips and we've never had a problem. One time you didn't like
You know
something
why?
I did.
Because you
then I
always
won't do it
stayed at
again.
someplace else.
Right.
That's not
Which
true.
will always happen. First of all, you're never going on another trip with
Fine,
me again.
fine.
That's number one.
Fine.
You proved yourself. You're
You know
worthless.
why? I'll tell you why. It's
Yeah.
because now he goes to California and he has a radio show back in New York.
Right.
So now he's somebody.
Do you
Yeah,
really
now he's
think-
somebody.
Do you really think I would be that way?
Yes,
Yes,
Come on, give me a break.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
It's so not
You
me.
got your promotional vehicle.
It's so not me, Howard.
All right, write a book.
It's so not me.
That's right.
Write a book and not put.
Hey, let me ask you something. What do you do?
What
What do you do for a
He
living?
drives a truck.
Okay. Do you bring your pals to work? What do you do? You load up the truck with 900 guys?
No.
And your
Howard.
wife?
And you charge the company for
Howard,
their lunches.
we were off
Yeah,
when I
and then
had
what do
my
you do?
pals
And then do
there.
you charge to your room all your bills to your company? What would your boss do as a truck driver?
I wouldn't. I'd be looking for another job.
If there were about 8 friends in the truck with you, and then you stopped off at even a Howard Johnson's,
Yeah.
and then you said, "Hey, since you guys are with me in the truck, what the hell? I'll charge it to my business.
Give it to me. I'll sign.
My boss will pay for this." So tell me something. What kind of reaction would you get?
I would be looking for another job.
Howard, I was
Thank you.
off.
I'll tell you something.
I was
John,
off
you
when
have
my
never
friends
had a real
came.
job.
I was
Wait
off
till
when
the
my
day you
friends
have
came.
to get
Oh,
one.
I've driven a truck.
He was off.
yeah.
There's no off when we're on a road trip.
What do you mean there's no off? As soon
That's
as the
way
show
it
is over, we're off.
No, we're not off. We're
not
out
off.
working.
Oh, really?
You should have been out.
Well, then why?
you should have been out asking celebrities questions if you wanted to make use of your time.
But you were too busy socializing for us to get a hold of
Right.
it.
I'd
Go
be
out and
looking for
do
another
something
job if I
special.
talked
Bring
to
back a
my boss.
special report.
I've been out there to L.A.
I
on my own
All right.
business, and I've done questions
All
for
right.
you.
Thank you
It's
very
ridiculous.
much. Thank you very much. Thank
It's
you.
ridiculous. See what
So
I'm
when I
saying?
say to the guy, "Hey, you did a bit on the radio today. Wasn't that funny?" He goes, "Oh, you have
resent
something
me."
against me."
No. Two different subjects.
All right.
That's just you not. I don't think that that you.
Uh-huh.
I've been here since I was a kid. I don't think you can see me as an adult.
I see. That's my.
But-
So it's my fault again. I
it's
can't
not
see
your
you as an
fault.
adult.
It's just that's how
It's
it is
impossible.
around here.
I see you
It's
as a
like-
child.
You
it's
are
like-
the short-sighted
If you watch,
Oh.
You are the short-sighted
if I watch
one.
So let me
Gary
ask you
acting,
something.
if
What
I watch
happened-
Robin acting, it's hard to get
What
used to Robin
happened on
acting because
the-
I know her so well.
What
That's all I'm
happened?
saying.
What
That's
happened?
you.
What happened? That's your problem. I don't have that problem with you.
Well, but
Do you know that Jackie Martling started here?
yeah,
He worked for free.
Yeah.
We didn't pay his parking.
so did I.
Listen.
Okay.
Why
Don't
could I
ever
then?
get it,
Then
Howard.
why a year later could I make Jackie a full-time staffer and hire him? Because I saw him as an intern when he first started. So why would I now all of a sudden see him indifferently? Because what? Because I have a problem with him because he worked for free?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying he started the same way you do. How come he's a
Let me
full?
grow. He's blowing your argument to crap. That's
Yeah,
what he's doing.
you're telling me that a guy who comes here and
No,
works
but
for free
when
can't
Jackie
be
does his
seen.
stuff outside the show, you goof on him.
Oh, so what's wrong with that?
Because I don't think that you can accept Jackie as a
What? I can't accept Jackie's what?
If Jackie
a full-time employee here?
If Jackie goes out and does and does something
Right.
we goof on him.
Yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
don't.
We all do.
Howard does.
Yeah.
No, all right. No, I think we all do.
No, you chime in.
Yeah.
Okay, Howard goofs on him. Doesn't really make a difference.
Right.
But
Yes,
when
it
he does
does
stuff
make a
for
difference.
here, he's great. But when he does stuff out there, then we goof on him. What I'm
That's
saying
not
is that when I do
necessarily
something
true,
outside
John.
of the show, it's
Excuse
more
me.
of a target to goof on.
John, your argument has holes in it again. When Jackie, it's exactly the same. When Jackie does something that Howard doesn't think is good for his career or good for the show, Howard rips him a new a-hole.
That's right. Bingo. But no, I don't
If
like
I ever
Jackie,
did
right?
anything that was positive, he'd tell me.
That's right.
I just
Well, then
haven't
one day
done
he
it
will.
yet.
So you think I don't like Jackie? You must think that's
No,
same
I don't.
logic.
See, I told you there's two different subjects here. That is one. That's just like a fatherly
all right,
figure.
listen.
A fatherly figure trying to accept that.
John, I don't see myself as your father.
I
You're
don't either, but
31.
I'm
I
saying-
ain't that much older than you.
Yeah, well, you're about 15 years older. But all I'm saying is that you.
I'm not 15 years older than you.
14.
How old? How old am I?
44.
I'm 43.
Oh, okay.
All right. So how much? Oh, listen,
12
John.
years.
John, you as the revolutionary young man is not flying anymore. You're 31 years old. You got a wife and a kid.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying that.
You're not all that. You're not all
I'm
that
just
hip,
saying that
pal.
I don't think you would accept
You're over the
me
hill.
All right. It's
But
just
that's your thinking.
But then the other thing is,
No one
Besides,
sees you as a kid.
thinking.
no,
Do
but-
it. John, you tried to do things outside of the show. They haven't worked out.
no. Some have been really good.
Okay. The TV
Wings was
show was
great.
great. Wings was terrific. Everyone's still talking about it. They've never seen acting like that. In fact, they're talking about developing a sitcom for you out on the coast.
They're
I just talked to
spinning
you
you
about
off.
it.
Good.
Yeah. Do whatever you want from now on. Just don't ask me to promote it. And
I don't
stay
ask you to
away from
promote
me.
it.
Stay away from me because now I don't like you.
When have I asked you to?
That's all right.
I don't ask you to promote
All right.
it.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Have I?
Goodbye.
Did I come up to you and say,
I'll
please
see
promote
you.
Wings?
I'll see you. You
know,
just
have
told
I-
me I've got an agenda against you because I didn't promote Wings.
No, ever since this book.
Sorry, I have a
you think
career.
that I'm doing something behind your
I
back?
have a career that I am not going to allow you to rule.
Let me ask
If
you
I don't
one
want to
question.
promote Wings for my reasons,
Let me ask you one
I'm
question.
not gonna.
Let me ask you one question.
And there's lots of things I don't promote of other people around here. Ask Gary. I don't let him do a lot of stuff
Could I ask you one question?
because I don't want to be involved with it in even a peripheral way.
Could I ask you a question?
And it has nothing to do with whether I like Gary or not.
Did I ask you to promote Wings?
Yes.
No, I did
Yes,
not
you
ask
did.
you. I never
Through Gary.
asked you. I never asked you to promote Wings.
Thank you. All right, you're done now. You're done. I've heard all your arguments. They're weak. Go ahead.
Yeah, of
Goodbye.
course.
Go back and
It's
sit
a
there and
tough room.
smoke pot. Goodbye.
Smoke pot.
Goodbye. Because you're paranoid. Go ahead. Leave.
Howard,
You're out.
There's not
You're
a person
out.
in this room who's not paranoid.
Goodbye. You're out. You're out of the room.
All right.
We
And-
played your game.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
I heard your arguments. They were weak.
Oh, yeah? So let me ask you a
You're
question.
a weak arguer.
Oh, I don't think so.
All
Because
right, whatever.
It
Howard,
doesn't matter because he doesn't listen to
You
you.
haven't
I
heard.
listen to everything you say.
Your problem in life is, and this is why you won't succeed.
Okay.
You don't listen to people.
I am listening to you, and all I'm saying is it not true that you still do not believe me on this book thing?
That's correct.
Exactly.
That is
And since you don't believe me on this book thing,
years and
you
he's
think
left
that I am a conniving guy because you think I did something
No.
behind your back.
No, I don't. I think it was one instance. Wings had nothing to do with that.
No, but I'm saying.
Wings, listen to me carefully. Wings had nothing to do with it.
All right, but did the book thing leave a bad taste in your mouth?
Yes.
See, and even though I tell you the truth, it still to this day leaves
Wouldn't
a bad
affect
taste in
any of my future decisions.
Well,
it left a bad taste in my mouth,
well,
but
then
I never. If I tell you I haven't thought about it until you just brought it up right now, I
You
would be
always
the truth.
bring it up. You brought it up when you called me at home about the
Never
LA
bring
thing.
it
You
up.
brought it up.
No, I didn't.
You did too.
I only think about it when you screw up.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
exactly.
That's right.
But you
It's a
think about
laundry
it,
list of
and I'm
things
asking
that you do.
I'm asking you to believe me and realize I would never do
right.
something like that.
Good.
But I wouldn't do it.
Listen to me. I don't care about that. Don't tell me
You
that
just said
I
you-
have something against you when I don't promote Wings. I don't have to promote anything.
I know you don't.
There are some things I will promote, and there's some things I won't.
Well-
The things that impact my career, I will not promote. Now, whether you understand that or not, I don't care. But if you're going to tell me I have something against you, you must be high on drugs. If there's anybody, your parents have done less for you than I have.
Howard,
Goodbye. Now you're done.
Fine.
Now
but
you're
I
done.
know you've done things
Leave
for me. But all I'm saying.
dismissing you.
All right, but let me just ask you a question.
I want you out of here.
All I'm saying is that this whole book thing, you obviously
I
say.
told you I don't care about the book
But
thing.
Robin, he does. You know he does because you bring it up
I
every time
told you
something
I
goes
don't believe you, but I don't care.
But
I
I-
would have fired you if it really bothered me.
Well, you know what? All I'm just trying to say is, Howard, I'm not lying to you. The truth.
Gary,
I told
call
you
the
this-
police. I can't get this
And
intruder
Gary,
out of here.
I don't know why Gary hasn't come in because Gary knows the guy who did the thing, and the guy's told him that wasn't my fault.
All right.
I-
Goodbye.
Shush.
Goodbye.
Howard, God bless you.
Here come the police. Here come the police to please, Gary, get the police. He won't leave me. Leave my side.
John keeps
don't
yelling
know-
for me to
don't
come in.
know
And
how
John,
you do it.
I'm not coming down on you. I don't know. You told me who the. All I know is what you told me.
Well,
In other
the
words,
guy told me
I
that
don't-
he told you.
I don't have inside information. In other words, John came to me and told me.
Right.
And
Well, I
you know,
called you that
that's-
weekend.
That's no. but-
I don't care about the book.
Before he even said anything, I called you
Get
and said,
the
"Yeah,
book.
this is what
Put
happened."
it behind you. I'm
Well, I'm
telling
just
you,
letting you know.
Gary, is there not a million times a week that I've turned down things that you are not allowed to promote,
Yeah.
or variously not even do?
Right. No. Absolutely.
Various things I have told you you cannot do.
Yeah, and we've
Is that
sort of,
true?
And we've sort of gotten to the point. I feel for me,
Right.
that there are things that I turn down that you don't know about.
That you
because I know
understand.
that I know
Howard,
not
you
to
have
do.
John hasn't
developed,
figured it out.
You have developed this paranoia in me. There are things that I have.
Paranoia.
Oh, I have
There are
now.
things that I
I've
haven't
developed
been-
a paranoia.
That would be you
There are things that I haven't been
projecting, John.
invited to.
You
that
have
I'm
been-
always the cutoff.
What haven't
man
you been
any
invited to?
event. This just
I played cards the other night. Who do I invite? I invite
Yeah,
John.
it was very
What
nice.
are you not
know what?
invited to?
What would I don't invite you to?
It's just whatever.
What are you
know
not
what?
invited to? What slight have you suffered?
What have you not
I
been
just think
invited
that I'm
to?
the cutoff
Tell
man.
What
us.
have you
Gary,
not been
can
invited
admit
to?
Wait a minute.
John, John's upset because when you say things like the inner circle or the
Yeah.
guys and stuff,
Yeah.
You say,
What has he not been invited to? Give me a specific.
That I'm not sure.
No,
about.
What is it, John? Let's hear what you've been sliding.
I know that his big thing is like if we talk about going to scores, when it get it's like me, you.
He's
Jackie,
always
Fred,
gone to
and
every
then, But then
Scores.
when you get to John, you
But
go,
what
I don't
is
know
he-
about John.
Right.
And that
There
makes sense.
obviously is something he wasn't invited to.
What weren't you invited
It
to?
upset me a little bit.
What was that?
A certain party that you had that I wasn't invited to.
What What party?
A certain party you had.
I know what he's talking about.
Oh, no, I would never invite you to that.
Again, I was a cutoff man.
Yeah.
And
no, you weren't. There were a lot of people cut off. If I invited you, I'd invite a lot of other people.
I guess it
No,
hurts.
but
I didn't want a business party.
That's John's point. John doesn't want to be seen as those other people. He thinks, I know who the other people are.
If you compare me to Gorilla one more time, give me a freaking break.
Gorilla was more important to me.
Fine. This is what I mean.
Gorilla is
Nothing
as loyal
against
as
Gorilla,
can
but
be.
I've been here for a lot longer than him.
If Gorilla tomorrow needed anything promoted, it would be promoted.
Of course.
What do you think of that?
Of course.
Because you know why?
You have no idea
He's a
what
human being.
You just put
And I'm not a
He's
human
a
being.
human being.
And I'm not a human being.
You're not. You don't appreciate what people do for you.
Howard, I appreciate everything you've done
Can't
to me.
do enough for John.
I said it
Can't do
publicly
enough.
on
Didn't promote
numerous
wings.
occasions.
Didn't promote wings.
No,
Which is
I'm
whole,
asking
whatever
you,
John does, you got to promote.
No, I'm asking you why.
What you do for everybody else and
Right.
what happens
But
to
what
him.
I've
double
done for him
standard.
doesn't count.
It's a double
There's no
standard.
double standard.
Yes,
It's
there
only
is.
in your head.
No, it's not in my head.
You know what your problem is? You're comparing yourself to other people.
Compare yourself to Gary. How many things have I told you, Gary, that you can't do? And Gary now gets it.
But
He
you
doesn't
don't
even come
know
to-
about
Can I tell you something that you don't even know about?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Something
Right.
that you don't even know about.
Right.
That I knew I would never dream of asking you about.
Right.
I was offered a substantial amount of money. When I say substantial, I mean $400,000 to $500,000
Shoot,
Go ahead.
I'll take it.
to
What is it?
write a book
Yes.
about the inner workings of this show.
Right.
Now I know that's not going to fly.
Right.
I know I can't.
You
do
know
that.
how many
I would
things
never
I've turned
but That's a
down?
lot of money.
Right.
You know how many
$500,000 is a lot of
things I've
money.
turned down for a lot of money?
But take a $500,000.
Gary, let's make it simpler. Let's make it so that's an obvious. How many times have there been appearances where they wanted to pay you $15,000 in that area of money to appear, and I've said to you, no.
Well,
how many times?
I know what your feeling is.
How many times have I let you appear somewhere and I wouldn't promote it on the air? Because I told you that should be a commercial.
But again, one of those things that I know is if sometimes people will call here and say, and they call from a company and they ask for your agent.
Right.
Then like a week later they call and ask for me.
Right.
And I know that that's not something you want to be
That's
involved
right.
in because
Right.
they wanted you first.
Right.
Howard, I've turned down a lot of things for a lot of money. Trust me.
Good. Good. Now you're
I know
starting
what
to
you-
learn.
I know what you want me to do, and I try to do the best
Good.
thing for you.
Name one you turned down.
All right, Weird Science, a television show.
Now, why would you turn that down?
Because they wanted me to, be like a Stuttering John thing. I said that no, I only do that, for Howard.
Well, good. Then now you're learning.
They just asked me to do a computer show.
Now, why do you think I don't want you to do that?
Microsoft.
Why do you think I don't want you to do
Because
that?
I am Stuttering John for this show.
No, wrong.
I ask questions for this show. You created
When you
that.
ask questions, no, wrong. When you ask questions for this show,
It's funny.
it's funny.
And you don't want to water it
Go
down.
ahead, Gary. Tell him what the answer is.
I'll tell you this.
No. Let me
The
Gary
answer
tell
is-
you.
You don't
wanna
What
water
is
it
the
down.
answer,
When
Gary?
when John asks questions for this show, they're written by you guys.
Right.
It's your material.
Right.
Now somebody who doesn't understand the show is going to write Stuttering John type questions that are not going to be
and
funny.
then John goes on 20 shows. He's
it's like, oh,
unfunny
there he is
on
again.
every
That's
show.
not true.
And then I go, you know what? I don't even want to use John.
That's not true.
That is the God's honest truth.
No, I haven't been on 20 shows.
No, I'm saying that there's a reason you haven't been on because I stop you.
In fact, I'll
Believe
tell-
me, you would be. You don't even know what you're doing.
I turned down so much stuff.
You turned it down because I tell you to turn it down.
I just turned down a Microsoft computer show.
Why do you think you do it?
$1,000 a week.
Why do you do it?
Because I said no.
Why do you turn it down?
Because it was going to be like a sexual reality. I go, you know what? Howard talks about sex all the time. I'm not going to do it.
What? Well, that's stupid.
I'll tell you something I just turned down.
Yeah.
I was asked to do a public service announcement that would have run on ABC television here in New York for a charity.
Right.
But my feeling is I'd rather save that. I don't want to be on television all the time. I'd rather save that for a charity
Right.
that specifically I want to get involved with. You know,
No,
I mean, I
here's
like
the reason
I
you
like the
turned it down.
charity
I'm going to
working
explain to you why you turned it down. I don't want to see Baba Booey.
Right.
The same way David Letterman's guy, that guy he never
Larry
has on,
Bud
and Larry Bud Melman, ruined. If I see Baba Booey on a PSA looking like a douchebag, then Baba Booey is useless to me, and I got to fire a guy I like,
And
a guy who I think is funny.
And it changes the tone.
And it's the same with John. If John is going out and doing some funny shtick here, then he goes on some late night show, which I wouldn't promote. The reason I didn't promote it is because John wasn't funny on it.
I didn't promote it
I used
either.
to sit there and go, I hate him so much on this show.
So did
It
I.
is so unfunny.
So did I.
That it's going to ruin John for this show.
I didn't like
Thank
it either.
God nobody saw it.
Yeah, so if you think that that's not having your best interest
No,
at
I
heart,
agree. I
you're
didn't like it
insane. Now, I'm done with you. I'm done with this discussion. You're finished. Goodbye.
Fine.
That's
Yeah,
it.
actually-
Now you maybe understand.
Howard, we actually have to be done because we have a guest waiting.
Who's the guest? Crackhead Bob?
But we have to get Crackhead Bob out before Pamela Lee comes.
Oh, yeah, Pamela Lee's coming. Oh. All right. John, go back there and think about what I've said and see if you can't
Think
figure
about
it out.
what?
He won't be able to figure
No.
it out. He only hurt himself.
No, I hear what you're saying, Howard, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, here's the final word. Here's Melrose Larry Green. Hi, Larry.
John, get a pencil out right now and a piece of paper. You need mood control drugs.
He's been on them.
I've been on them. It didn't work.
What, you took Thorazine?
I took everyone.
Triphenobarbital, Dilantin,
Really?
Vicodin?
Is this from experience, Larry?
Yes.
All right. Well,
All right,
then I
hey,
don't
the
want to
guy,
take it if
the
you
guy's
take it.
opening up to you.
John, you need it. You need it badly because you're a good guy. I've had a lot of good times with you, John, but I know when you're not taking your medication.
Thank you. Renee, go ahead.
Oh, this is
No, I'm just letting people
Yeah,
talk.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you. Go ahead.
totally.
Yes, Renee.
so-
Hello. Well, there, you lucked out. Renee's not there.
Good.
Hello, Renee? Too bad. She was a black woman who's had a hard time finding a job. She wants to know what your problem is.
Howard. Well, I guess it just all comes down. I think.
All right, we're going to take a break
told you
now.
what it was. I
I've got to
think
take
you-
a break,
There's
Robin.
no way
haven't
of
forgiven
convincing
me
you
for
that
certain
this
things you
is
think
not
I've done.
happening. So
All right. Yeah.
who needs to talk to you anymore?
Your arguments are weak. There isn't a person who agrees with you.
Of course not.
Of course not. Of course not, because you're an ingrate. I told you
Nothing has
that.
been done for you on this show.
I've never said nothing's been done for me. Gary, have I ever said nothing's been done for me?
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
It's a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yes, it is.
It's the truth. All right, now go back and be my dog.
I'm not your dog.
Go back and
I'm
do.
not your
go
dog.
back and do my bidding.
All right.
So, John,
What?
you think you finally got it?
It's fine, Gansey.
That was a pretty big argument, though.
Yeah, I feel certain things do bother me. You know, I don't. It's you know, it's you know, ever since the book thing happened, he obviously thinks I did something behind his back when I really didn't. As soon as he told me what he wanted, I called the guy, the agent, and said, "It's the only way I can do a book is if I don't do this and I don't do that." And I don't even know if I have a book if I can't do that. And he goes, "All right." Then the next thing I know, I get a proposal sent to my house a week later, and the proposal is just what I told the guy that I wasn't allowed to do. I called the guy. I go, "What are you guys nuts?" I told you. I go, hope this didn't go anywhere. He goes, "No, it didn't." I go, "Well, I'm done. I told you guys I didn't want to do this." And then he told me the guy, the agent, had sent it to a publisher, this proposal. I went, "Are you kidding me?" Call the guy up and go, "Dude, I told you I couldn't do this." I go, "You're fired." I fired him. Then I realized, I was like freaking out because I knew Howard was going to hear about it on this guy after I told him that they shouldn't do it. So then I called, I called Robin and said, "Robin, what am I going to do? I totally got douched here."
So you think that still from that Howard doesn't like you, and that's why he's always down on you?
No, the one thing, seriously, the one thing that came out of all this is I'm surprised that you think Howard doesn't like you. That's a poor choice of words.
No, I think he doesn't trust me. I think he thinks that I would do things behind his back. That's what I think. And I don't think you would totally disagree with that. I don't think anybody here would. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't think he's any harder on you than he is on us when it comes to this stuff. The truth of the matter is, I think that you ask more often.
I don't think so.
Than you certainly do than I do, because I know, like I said, there's things that I know not to ask about. The two Rosses riding the crap out of me about this PSA, and I go, "What for? We're not making any money off it. I know he doesn't want me on TV. I don't want to ask him about it."
I've turned down MTV twice. I've turned down Wii Magazine. I've turned down.
Wait a second. The same with being in the Bloodhound Gang video. The Bloodhound Gang wanted me to be in the video.
He wouldn't let you do that.
And I knew he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I didn't ask him.
But I know but that's what I'm saying. Wings wasn't a bad thing. I mean, I don't see how that could be construed as something that would be a bad thing. I didn't play stuttering, John. Listen, I went to school for film and television. I don't have a problem with sitting here and like doing this, and doing the mail and doing whatever I do here, and I enjoy it. You know what I mean? If it was between that and going there and get berated, I'd much rather do this.
So, all right, give me your final thoughts. I mean, what's the outcome? What have you learned from this?
West 57th Street.
To break Howard's Walkman so he doesn't listen to me with my radio show. Listen, I admit it, Jackie definitely contributes, more than me to this show. I don't deny that. Right. I mean, I would never say that, but I didn't know that smoking pot at a pool, there was a correlation between how much each guy contributes to the show, meaning, how much, less trouble that
you can get into.
It's like if me and Jackie got arrested, but because Jackie gave more to the PBA than I did, he would get off.
Right.
And I don't understand it.
So what do you think's going to happen from all this? Do you think that Howard's going to be? I mean, he sort of kicked you out at the end there, and sort of a little angry.
It was a great bit for radio. It was a great bit for television. I think he knows that. I think I know that. I don't think he's upset about the last hour that just had went on. Because let's face it, it was good radio.
I think that John believes that Howard's got this grudge against him for the book incident, and but you know how John can get. He's very paranoid, and he can totally magnify something that is small or isn't there. So I think he's overreacting to that. But I think mostly Howard was just busting on him, and then when you got somebody in that seat, the more you can see that you're genuinely getting to them, the more you just you hammer away.
Yeah, and he was saying that like at one point he was, I guess, trying to get you to come to his defense or help him out.
He told me that some guy that was involved with the project told me the whole story, but I genuinely don't remember it. And so I wasn't going to run in there because I wasn't going to say I spoke to some guy because I didn't remember speaking to some guy. And the truth is I still don't remember speaking to that guy.
So how do you think it all ended? Do you think it ended well, or is John like sort of just burning a bridge? Or?
Well, it's it's always entertaining when it's not you. So I've been there before. I come out of there really bummed out. But when it's not you, when you're not in the hot seat, it's so obvious how Howard's manipulating you. And Howard was playing him like a piano, and he let him. When you let Howard do it, then it's your own fault.